In this video, I'll show you a build I'm currently running and enjoying in the Ascent. It's a shotgun build with an aggressive playstyle and huge burst damage potential. I'll show you the skill points, the augments, the modules, tactical gear, and the weapon that I'm using. But first, okay, let's get to business. First up, the weapons. The shotguns that I'm using for this build are the Fist, which is a 10-clip ballistic shotgun good for organic enemies. The Eraser, which is an 8-clip energy shotgun good for robotic-type enemies. These shotguns can easily be accessed through the store mid-game, and I believe the Fist can be picked up somewhere as you play through the game. Second, the skills. I'm currently at level 29. I know, the stat page is pretty much useless for you if you're just starting out in the game. So here's a skill priority map. You go for 10 vital signs first, 10 evasion, 5 body battery, push vital signs to 15, then go for 20 weapon handling, and then push vital signs to 20, go push evasion to 15, and then go all out for 20 critical rate. I made critical rate last priority because you'd need the tankiness and the mobility to make shotguns work properly. Third, the augments. Lock on Fire is a great augment. This is further boosted by the weapon handling you put in your skill points because that gives you 20 more points in motorics, and it only has a 24-second cooldown. I usually reserve this to take down bosses rather than use them on the other enemies. Once executed properly, those bosses would just evaporate. Just make sure you have a full clip before activating the skill. Do not use this skill when you don't have a full clip. You are just gonna waste it. Life Transfer is the #1 augment in the game. It's broken. It gives you life leech, and the amount of life you leech is so insane, you can forget about dodging and just stand there and shoot. Of course, make sure you're dealing decent damage. My early game augment setup is with Stasis Stomp and Biometric Stamp. The Stasis Stomp is a low cooldown skill that you get early in the game by performing a side mission. It's an AoE crowd control skill. It's good to catch a breather when enemies are overwhelming you, and it benefits from the evasion points you placed on your build. Biometric Stamp somewhat doubles your health. Make sure when using this, it's ideal you have full health. When you activate the skill, it will remember the HP you have upon activation. And when you press the skill again, it would revert back to the HP or just automatically get back to it the moment the duration ends. Fourth, tactical. I'm using the pocket mech. You get this at the late part of the game. Key things to know about the pocket mech is your weapon handling skill carries over here, and also the critical rate skill, meaning the pocket mech can reload faster and have higher crit chance once you are in it. Another is that you can just throw it immediately once you can and just leave it there as insurance. If you're having a hard time or getting overwhelmed, get inside it and fight back. The damage you deal while inside the pocket mech also replenishes the tactical gauge, so you can technically have 100% uptime of this mech. Lastly, any skill that marks an enemy and biometric stamp can work while you're inside the mech. You can tag bosses with life transfer and get inside the mech and enjoy healing, tankiness, and damage all at the same time. When you don't have access to the pocket mech yet, Rejuvenation Field is a good alternative. Although it heals enemies inside the field as well, your shotgun can pretty much kill the enemies. Fifth, module. The modules are somewhat passive skills in this game. I'm using Tactical Charge and Javelin Dash. Speed Heal mod and Vita Science Booster can be good early game, but just throw them out once you have Tactical Charge and Javelin Dash. The armor setup is basic. Go for the highest rarity and the type of armor that can also give you the best defensive stats. Getting more points into crit rate via armor is not that important. Prioritize defense first. This is an aggressive playstyle. You don't go for cover. If ever you do, you're pretty much just waiting on your cooldown. To fully utilize your shotgun, you really have to be close when aiming it on the enemies. The footage you see is a place in the game with high-level mobs. This is on hard difficulty. The secret is to get all those bullets of your shotgun into one enemy. Kill that particular enemy and move to the other enemy. Throw your pocket mech immediately when it's full. Use life transfer when you need it. Use lock on fire on foes that can't be dealt with fast. At the same time, being alert of your positioning. Don't let the enemy get you in a corner. That's it. There's technically no end game for the Ascent. Combat feels great, but there are downsides but it seems like they can be fixed if the team that made the game are willing to fix it. But for a game made by 12 people, I'd say it's a job well done. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.
I'm a bag of bones full of helium. Lead foot on the verse, equilibrium. Raps a million, non-quotidian. Extraordinary, next heir to the throne.